What is up, everybody? Video Addict here, and I've got Battlebox. I'm not doing this video again. Alright, I've already done this video. It took 48 minutes. I don't even want to talk about it. And I don't really want to do this again. But let's get into this box because evidently the memory card or something malfunctioned and nothing was there. And then I went back into the camera itself and it's like unable to read. I'm like, I can't be dealing with camera problems. I can't afford to buy a new camera, so I can't go through this. Alright, open up the box, this is what you're gonna see. Woo! Ah! Ooh. Alright, I've already seen it all. I already know what's in here. I already went through the whole thing, and it was not fun. It wasn't. Not fun at all. I'm just gonna tell you that. I think that the camera even knew that it was bad. Not as far as bad contents, okay? Contents are pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with the contents. But, except for one item. And we'll get into that. Alright. Here is your card. And first up in your basic box is going to be the 9-line apparel collapsible denim trail bowl. Now, looks like a blue jean taco. You unzip it and it folds out into a bowl. I don't know what you use this for. There's no... I mean, there's probably something in this long speech. The bowl is compact and easily clips onto a pack or belt loop. This bowl is perfect for those who have pets along with their adventures, as it can be used as a water and food bowl. Don't have pets? That's just fine, because the bowl is great to be used for eating in camp, transporting, storing, or collecting water, etc. It can be used as a catch-all on your desk, in the vehicle, or while traveling in general. I get it. Alright. If this is waterproof, that's all good and dandy. I didn't think that it was, but I mean, what are you going to transport? You can't, I mean, by the time you get all this folded up, you're not really going to be able to transport much in there. But if you're out running around and you need something for your dog to drink some water out of, that's good for wit. I wouldn't want the blue jean aspect of it. I'd rather it all be canvas. That way the cleaning is easier probably, and it wouldn't absorb whatever you put in it. I don't dislike the item because I actually think that it's unique. I've never seen anything like it, so therefore, you know, I mean, I've seen the little dog bowls that you can carry with you, but I've never seen them like this. It's got a D-ring attachment here, and you got like a little clip here, you know, just like one of those little pretty good clips. 9-line apparel, blue jean, or denim trail bowl. Alright, put that right there. Next up is going to be the Bushcraft rope lighter. Now, this I thought was pretty cool. I actually dig this. You got this little rope here, and you push it up, and here you have like the little frill of the rope. I guess you soak this, or just, yeah, pre-soak it with some lighter fluid, and then you just strike that, and it'll light up. It's supposed to not be able to be blown out. Like it says that you cannot be blown out. But then you just take this and you pull it down, that little ball comes over and snuffs out the flame and the embers. So take it for what it is. I'm not going to test it because this is going to go to somebody else. But like I said, you light it and then you just pull this down and the ball comes down and snuffs out whatever the flame is. I actually really dig this. I love the old-timey looking. You unscrew this and you can replace the flints. It comes with 5 flints and an extra rope. That's pretty cool. I don't foresee myself being someone that would use it. I would probably put it like as a display item on a little something, like a little area where I'm displaying some survival stuff that's nice that I don't want to ruin, I guess. Because I think it's actually pretty antique looking. So I think that that's really cool. Alright. Next and last up in the basic box is going to be potty packs. Shit kit. ×2. Inside of this, you're going to have toilet paper, wet wipes, a disposal bag, hand sanitizer, and pretty cool item just to throw it in your camping bag so you have something to wipe your nasty butt with and you ain't got to use a leaf that could be poison ivy or something. And let's just say it, you wipe yourself with some poison ivy or something and you're going to have a bad couple of weeks. So, especially me, I'm definitely allergic to it. Not deathly, but I do not like it. Alright, cool deal. 2-pack there. Next up is going to be the advanced box. And the first thing in the advanced box is the Gerber Suspension NXT. Okay? A lot of people are going to say things, but whatever. It's $37, and this is a pretty nice little multi-tool. So, it's got your basics. Alright, so you got your belt clip, you have your spring-loaded needle nose and pliers and wire cutter here. You're going to have a Phillips head, some sort of a scraper. Here you got kind of a measuring / spacer tool with a little file on it. You got your flathead, what I can only assume to be like a wire stripper, and can opener, bottle opener, and a small flathead, and a little thing of scissors. So this is all cool, man. One thing that I really liked about it, there's also a blade right here, sorry. A partially serrated blade there. One of the things that I liked about this is they have a locking mechanism on this. So whenever you pull it up, this here is now locked. There's little spot right there that and it's on both sides, and that's a good thing because these things are really uncomfortable to try and pull down with one finger. I mean, they feel like they're going to dig into you. But if you pull down on both at the same time, it comes down pretty easily, and it releases it. That is your locking mechanism for the different bits, scissors, whatever you need. You can lock them into place, and I actually like that. Here you got a little spot that you can put a lanyard through right there. Sure you can see that. And like I said, it's a real basic multi-tool. Nothing super fancy about it, but it feels good. It feels well made. I'm not mad at it. I think that it's a pretty decent multi-tool. So it is what it is. How long do you think that'll stay there? I don't think long. Next up is going to be the Stand Sport 3-pack waterproof pouches. These are basically little Ziploc bags for your devices, for whatever you need to keep waterproof. You put them in these little pouches. They have different little color codings, so you can tell what you want to put in them. You'll know what's in it. You can put, some medical device stuff in there. That you don't need to get wet, and then you can put that inside of your medical kit. Gauze and stuff like that. So whenever you're out hiking, whatever, and you fall in water, you don't have to worry about it getting ruined, getting wet, whatever. So you can put your phone in one. I mean, there's 3 different sizes. I think it's a cool, handy little thing without having to carry a separate dry bag or something like that. Especially if you don't need a big dry bag. It's like 3 little various size dry bags. That's it for your advanced box. Now, the Pro Box. Now, in the Pro Box, you have 1 item. I don't know if I even want to go into this because I told you I had a 48-minute video. Yeah. This was probably 25 minutes of it at least. This right here is from GotYour6.com. It is your survival mag. This is going to carry some 5.56, 223. I got a problem, okay? And I'm not even going to even attempt to go through it again because I tried it after I did it and it literally still couldn't do it. My fingers are too big. These little silver spots here, that is your retention clip. Now, you have to push both of those in simultaneously in order to get this off. Now, I can't get my fingers to go that direction. And, I mean, it literally took me 20 minutes. Ah. Look at what's on my thumb. I mean, it's indented it. And that's because I kind of fixed the problem. I fixed part of the problem, I guess you'd say. Here, this retention clip comes out, and it's a little multi-tool. Okay, you got a little bottle opener here, a little hex head right there. It's just something that they can call a multi-tool. Whatever you want to call it. In here, you're going to have multiple things. This little sleeve right here is holding one of those little cards. One of those metal cards, like a Ready Man card. That thing was up too tall. Okay? And it was keeping the clip from pushing in to get by the little hanger point. So it was a freaking nightmare. I'm talking about, like, I guarantee it took every bit of 20-25 minutes. I was going ballistic. I literally want to throw this thing in the middle of the road. But I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to give it to somebody else and let y'all deal with it. I do not like the design because your fingers have to be so tiny in order to fit down in here. Like, literally, it's so small. I mean, look at that. Compared to my finger. How the tips of my fingers, I mean, it's bad. And then if that card's behind it, the card shouldn't be in there. Without the card, it's not horrible. But the card got in the way and would not allow me to press in. I mean, I literally had this little knife over here. I had this little Phillips head screw bit on one side, pushing in as hard as I could over here, and I was pushing in on this side with a knife. Lucky I didn't cut myself, but it just, I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to open. So this is a very poor design as far as to release this, and the card inside is just a little bit too big, enough to where it can cause a freaking problem. And if you're out in the wild and you need this thing, you need to open this up in a hurry, you're out of luck. So there's all kinds of stuff in here. You got your 10-round magazine on top. You got your multi-tool knife, fire starter cotton, bandages, alcohol pads, multi-tool card, wire saw, mini compass, needle, flint rod, safety pins, fishing kit, aqua tabs, UCO gear survival, matches, stormproof striker, and retainer clip multi-tool. Storage container can be used for drip water filter. There's a little hole right here in the bottom. You can fill this up with water and you can filter and get the big particles out of that. It is what it is. I was so excited for this, but I'm actually more annoyed by it and the difficulty of opening to get to the survival stuff. Great idea. Poor execution. I'm not a fan of something that's that difficult to deal with. All right. Now, I'll scan the back of that card there, and I'm going to scan this here. This is one of those things that I'm sitting here, I'm trying to reel myself in, because I got a weird situation with this one where that card was up and it was keeping me from pushing in, and it was just literally, I'm not even lying to you whenever I say it took me 25 minutes to open this thing. I'm so irritated by it, but I love the idea of it. I was very excited to get this, and then whenever I had all that problems, then it made me hate it. So take it for what it is. Maybe everybody else, they're probably going to just be able to push in there or whatever. I don't think that they made the push-ins big enough for people with big hands. You know, I mean, if you got big hands, big fingers, I mean, you can't even reach around it hardly to even put, you can't, like, if you reach around it, you know, from this way, your fingers are fatter. The wide, you need them to go, if anything, you need them to go in like this, you know, not like that. I mean, it's a poor execution of the design. I don't understand what they were doing. But anyway, I digress. Here's the card. If you're interested in it and you didn't get this box, whatever, you can use this code and save yourself 20%. Like I said, not everybody's going to have the problem that I had, but the problem that I had really pissed me off. Here is those two scans. Last, but definitely not least, and the savior of the whole situation for me, not to say that so far we don't have a pretty decent box here, but this item right here sets it off. And I've had people commenting already, saying that they dropped from Pro Plus because of this knife. I get that it's a little gimmicky. I get that. But the knife is a $200 knife, and it is well made. I saw it at Blade Show, and I honestly, it would have been hard for me to spend $200, but it's hard for me to spend $200 on any pocket knife, especially with as many as I get. I couldn't find the way for me to personally to spend that, because I have so many pocket knives I don't use now. But this was such a cool design. This this here is the Mantis gearhead knife, and it is so freaking cool, man. You got the little gears, kind of whole steampunk kind of vibe. There's your back of it. You got a lanyard hole at the end. But you literally take this and you push down on it, and there's your knife. Liner locked, drop point blade. It is super sharp. I did test it on some paper, but you didn't see that. So, I mean, it is super, super sharp. So, I like it, man. I really do. And you can see the gears move right there. It's just, it's cool. It's a conversation piece. You pull this out at a party, and it's just like, that is kind of neat. And it just looks freaking cool. And it might just be me. I don't know. I'm weird. But here's the deal. When I was at Blade Show, I asked him, I was like, how much is that knife? He says $269, but for the Blade Show price was $200. Okay, they put a price on here of $199.95. I know the MSRP was like $260. They may have dropped it, what have you. But here's the thing. It cost you $50 to buy this knife. So even if you bought it and decided, yeah, that's just not for me, you know, you could sell it on eBay or something tomorrow for no less than $100 probably. So why would you not pay the extra $50 for this knife? That's one of the things. Just it's always funny to me, and I used to say the same thing. You know, well, not the same thing, because I always saw the value in the extra $50. That's why I've been Pro Plus since the get go. $50 for a 150 plus knife. Typically, sometimes $139. They did that one stupid little SOG thing one time for like 80 something dollars. That kind of irritated me. But this is a cool freaking knife, and I just don't get how you'd pass it up for $50. I mean, this is, if nothing else, it is a cool, stinking conversation piece. Just, like I said, just put this on display next to your little old-timey lighter. It's just, but it's a good freaking blade. I put it on par as far as weight-wise with the Brazza. That is the one thing that will probably keep me from doing, just like with the Brazza. I don't really carry the Brazza around just because it's so heavy. But whenever it comes down to it, I love the Brazza the most. And I would put this as just another cool factor with it. It will take you a little bit of time to figure out the opening mechanism and work it in a little bit. Because if you get your hand in the way of anything, you know, it kind of disrupts it. So you have to figure out your opening system on it. I love it. I am a fan. Before I even knew Battlebox was sending this, I videoed this at Blaze Show because it was something I found very interesting and very cool. And I loved that not only is it gimmicky, but it's quality. I mean, it is quality. So, we're going to leave it at that on that note. I really hope to the Almighty and heaven above that this stupid camera worked this time, because I do not want to do this video again. I was done talking about mainly that damn thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That thing just, it drove me nuts. I mean, I sat here forever and ever. I think that broke my camera. I think my camera's like, I don't even want you to even do this video. I think my camera made the decision. So, like I said, that thing's just a very bad design release. The little mini different size dry bags are pretty cool. The shit kits are definitely going to be handy. The Gerber multi-tool, I think a lot of people probably are looking over it whenever it's actually a good quality tool to have. This little lighter, like I said, I don't see any practical reason for me to carry this around. I don't know how you keep the rope soaked in lighter fluid. So I don't really see a use for me for it, but I do love the little antique look of it. So I definitely think that would be a cool little display piece. This little bowl, it's going to come in handy. I got Wit, and it's summertime, and if I can get motivated to get my butt out in the heat and take him, he's going to need something to put his water in. Definitely something that I would like to keep with me. It all comes down to that damn knife. I'm going to tell you, that knife right there, a $200 knife, that's what they were selling for at a discounted rate at Blade Show. It's a cool knife, and it feels really good. It feels solid. It feels just quality. And that's the way I look at that. I had it turned around backwards for that whole little spiel. Now you can actually see the knife. It's beautiful. I think it's very cool. But that's just me. So you know what you gotta do. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't in the comments below. Like, share, comment, all that fun stuff. And subscribe. Ring the bell. I'm out.